I want to talk about an issue that I see go on across America during Father's Day, and it's not catered to a particular ethnicity, but I see it more prominent within the black community. When Father's Day rolls around, and because of the high percentage of single parenting that's going on across America, not just on the black community, like a lot of people like to throw on the black community, but I would say especially within the black community, we always have women out here that, they might be associates with another woman, in their family that might be a single parent, or they might be a single parent themselves. They'll tell each other Happy Father's Day. And I know everybody's seen this. You might have somebody in your family that, does this. They might tell, somebody in the family that's holding down the whole house, by themselves, being it economically, being it, parenting wise, being it emotionally wise, they're holding everything down. So a lot of women will say to each other Happy Father's Day, allude to the fact that you do the job of a mother and a father. But I don't think that a lot of, especially our black women, understand the message that you're putting out. When you go around and you tell each other Happy Father's Day just because they're a single parent, what you're doing is you're giving off the messages to your children that a man is not to be respected. Even on Father's Day, a man is not to be respected. You are giving off the insinuation as if, oh, well, maybe just because their father wasn't a good man or didn't take care of responsibilities, it's okay to demise the fact that Father's Day is to honor those men who are fathers, who take care of their responsibilities, who encourage knowledge, wisdom, and education and support within the household. Those who might be single parents themselves, and that's something that's not always talked about. We have a lot of men out here that are holding everything by themselves. It's not just women out here. I've seen, as a matter of fact, a good friend of mine, he has two kids. Mother, went off, got on drugs and everything. He has two kids, and he's raising these kids by himself. A black man raising two daughters. But these are the things that, society doesn't show. It's always, they like to put these images on TV. Oh, the single black mother that's struggling and she's in the hood and, she's holding everything down by herself. And I'm not saying that single mothers shouldn't be acknowledged. But when Mother's Day comes around, Mother's Day is for mothers. We don't see other black men telling other black men that might be single parents, hey, Happy Mother's Day. You're holding everything down by yourself. Happy Mother's Day. You don't see brothers out here doing that. And it's because we understand that Mother's Day is Mother's Day. It's for those mothers to be honored. And that's the way I think that, especially black people within the black community, we need to start honoring those brothers on Father's Day that do take care of their responsibilities. Now, I've said in previous my videos before, I grew up in a single parent household, so I understand why a lot of black women do that. Or you might have kids, that might give their mother, it could be the son or the daughter, might give their mother a gift or a Father's Day card. Believe it or not, you have people out here that are giving women Father's Day cards. But going back to what I said, I had the opportunity of seeing both sides. Like I said before, my father was in my life or in the household, so to say, until I was about 10 years old. And after that, I didn't pretty much be in contact or even hear from my father until, I believe, 2010. So you can imagine the years that went by. So I got the opportunity to live in a two-parent household and then live in a single parent household. And this is why, I always say that when people who have not grown up in a single parent household, there's a limit to the judgment and the criticism you can give, because you don't truly understand what it's like to live in a single parent household. Do two parent households have trials and tribulations, being it parenting wise, or economically, or emotional wise. Absolutely. Two-parent households go through struggles day in and day out. But it's a whole different ball game when you are a child and you still have both of those units. You still have the father and the mother in the household, opposed to just having that one parent. If that one parent doesn't do what they're supposed to do, that child suffers. There's no rebound. Okay? And I'm talking about the single parents that it's just them. The father, the mother, are off doing their own thing. They've neglected their responsibilities. That's it. It's just that solely that one parent. There's a different ballgame and a different mindset when you grow up in a single parent house and you see your mother, your father, who's ever taking care of you at the moment. You see them doing everything, being it paying the bills, being it trying to put clothes on your back, food in your stomach, living in certain disenfranchised economical communities. It's a whole different ballgame. It's a different ballgame when you grow up in a community where a good 80% of the people who are living within that community are single parent families. So you develop a different mindset. You start viewing the world in a different way. For some people, like myself, you develop a sense of independence. I can remember being a young kid at 13. I grew up very fast. When things broke around the house or whatever, I did the man's job. I was, the one to fix things, or, I even got me a little part-time gig, when I was 15, 16 years old, helping out with the bills. So, at a very young age, I had to grow up and I had to be the man of the house. So, these are certain things that someone coming from a two-parent household would never understand. No matter how you sit back, and I'm not saying that, we can't view and we can't recognize certain things that are going on within the black community or within society as a whole, reflecting right back to the single-parent household, absolutely. But at the same time, there's a limit to where you give criticism and you give judgment because you do not understand that situation. It's like the gay community trying to allude and try to say, well, our troubles are the same as the black community. That's bullshit. You don't know what it's like to be black. The Jewish community, you guys were enslaved and all, and they had the Holocaust and everything, but you still don't know what it's like to be black. So that goes back to my point. And even though I understand why people recognize each other, who, especially the women, because a lot of times they come from an emotional standpoint, so it's like they want to support other women who might be holding everything down by themselves. It's like, okay, I understand how hard it is. I understand how hard it is raising a man, or trying to raise a man. So I understand the respect there. I understand why certain women do that. But it's disrespectful when you guys come out here and you do that on Father's Day. Father's Day is supposed to be for fathers only, not for you to throw single parenting in that and basically show disrespect and take away credit from Father's Day because of the situation you're in. And I just wanted to come out here and I want to do a video on it, and I want to, wake my people up, especially about it, because it's more detrimental to us, because the message that you're giving off is if, a black man is not to be respected. And that's an issue within our community. That's why we have a lot of these cats walking around here, acting feminine, or, got the pants hanging off their ass, or, got pink lipstick on and putting their hair like a female, because a lot of the mothers in the households are saying, if you're not like me, if you're not feminine, if you don't take on the characteristics like your mother does, then you're wrong. Being a man and doing the necessary things that you need to do, be as a man and do as a man, is wrong. These are the type of messages that you guys are sending out to your young males, and this is why we have a lot of these issues. So this video is just to encourage those black women out there who do this, who say Happy Father's Day to other single black mothers, or mothers in general that are single parents. Stop doing that. A mother cannot be a father to her children. The same way a father can't be a mother to those kids. It takes a father to actually raise a young man and mold him into the man they're supposed to be. The same way it takes a mother to mold their daughters into being a upstanding young lady. So these are things that we have to sit back and we have to analyze within our community, because the black community, we're being hit from all different angles, and there's a lot of self-hatred. There's a lot of disrespect among each other, and there's just a lot of, I would say, misguided minds out here that are really giving off the wrong impressions to our children. And all it's going to do is it's going to make us be in a situation where we don't want to be. Respect these brothers out here that are taking care of their responsibilities. When Father's Day come and you know it's a man, whether you know him or not, and you know that he takes care of his responsibility, that he's a good father, even if he's just a father, say Happy Father's Day. Brothers don't come up to sisters and say, hey, are you a good mother? You take care of your kids? Are you teaching your son and daughter right from wrong? No, we say Happy Mother's Day because we have that respect. We know the power and what it takes for a woman to actually birth a child. So we have that level of respect regardless. But that's all I had to say. Let's show respect for one another. Let's stop disrespecting each other, because if we don't respect each other, nobody else will. And it's time that we put our differences to the side and we start to build black families and put the black family back together, because there's been so many things historically that have broken us up apart. But I'm out.